Imagine stepping into the world of one of the most brilliant minds in history. Imagine standing on the world's most famous stage, holding a device that will shape the lives of millions. Tonight, you're Steve Jobs. Feel the tension, the calm, the creativity, and the weight of decisions that define history. This video will take you inside the mind of a visionary, letting you experience the quiet power of clarity, design, and intuition. You are Steve Jobs. Right now, the world is waiting. Cameras flash, thousands of eyes fixed on you, millions more watching online holding their breath. And you are calm in a way no one else could ever be. Every breath deliberate, every heartbeat measured, every thought focused. Before you continue this journey, take a moment to subscribe to Calm Celebrity. Like this video, share it, and comment which celebrity you want to imagine next, so you can continue experiencing the lives of the greatest icons. You stand on a big stage. The room is very large and full of people. The lights above shine on you. The light is warm and soft but very bright. It makes you feel calm and focused. You wear your usual clothes, a black turtleneck shirt and blue jeans. You wear these clothes every day. You like them because they are simple. They help you not to waste time thinking about what to wear. When you do not worry about small things, your mind is free for big ideas. They have no idea what is coming, you think, a faint smile curling at the corner of your lips. They will feel it before they even understand it. You step forward, 1 foot, 2, each movement deliberate, controlled, calm. The polished wood creaks faintly. You notice every subtle sound, a microphone humming, the rustle of a notebook, a camera lens adjusting. Every tiny detail is absorbed, every sound, every movement, every breath considered. Your black turtleneck and blue jeans are not just clothing. They are simplicity, freedom, one less decision to make in the morning, one less distraction from creation. You smile faintly, not for applause, not for recognition, but because you are exactly where you are meant to be. The new iPhone gleams in your hand. You rotate it slowly, feeling its balance, weight, perfect curvature. Memories flash. Late nights in Cupertino. Arguments over millimeters. Sketches scribbled on napkins. Laughter, frustration. Every choice mattered. Every decision shaped this moment. Today, you whisper softly, letting the words hang in the quiet room. The world will see what we have created, and they won't know what hit them until they hold it themselves. The audience leans forward. Cameras flash. The silence is electric, and yet inside, calm. Absolute calm. Presence. You are aware of every detail. The soft hum of the ventilation above, the faint creak of the stage, the subtle shuffle of thousands of people, and still, calm, unshakable. The new iPhone, you begin. Voice soft, deliberate, carrying through the room, is more than just a device. It is a bridge between imagination and reality. Every feature, every gesture, every interaction has been designed to disappear. So you do not think about the device. You feel the experience. You trace the edges with your fingers. Smooth, cold, perfect. Every detail matters. Every line is deliberate. Every pixel calculated. You think of the countless nights with your team, arguing over curves, buttons, lenses, gestures, app animations. The obsession poured into each feature, each choice, each refinement. Notice the screen, you whisper softly, holding it up. Brighter, sharper, more responsive than anything before. Every image, every video comes alive. Colors feel real. Every gesture, every tap, every swipe is fluid, natural. The device disappears. You interact with life, not technology. Your mind drifts to the camera, one of your proudest obsessions. It doesn't just capture pictures, you think. It captures life, light, emotion, every pixel calibrated, every lens perfected, every moment rendered in clarity. You step slowly across the stage, each movement deliberate. The polished wood creaks softly. The audience shifts subtly, leaning in. Cameras click, flashbulbs pop, and still, calm, focused, immersed in the moment. We have rebuilt the processor, you continue, voice soft, measured, faster, smarter, more efficient. But you won't notice it. You will only feel it. Every gesture, every interaction, seamless, effortless. The device disappears. Life continues uninterrupted. A small nod from your team backstage. They understand the quiet mastery, the obsessive care. Every line of code, every design choice, every micro detail flows through this device. Every detail matters, you whisper. Every curve, every feature, every interaction is deliberate. Nothing is accidental. The new iPhone is designed to delight, to inspire, to disappear, to let life continue without distraction. Designed to connect, to empower, to create. You close your eyes briefly. Feel the subtle hum of the lights, the tension of thousands of people, and yet calm, absolute calm. This is your power, presence, focus, obsession without panic, without hurry. Every breath, every gesture, every word intentional. You step closer to the edge of the stage. Light reflects off the glass. Shadows shift softly. You feel the heartbeat of design, the rhythm of creation, the quiet energy of innovation. You remember the late nights testing prototypes, arguing with engineers, obsessing over every button, lens, gesture, software animation, every pixel. Every failure, every triumph led to this. This device, you whisper, letting the words hang in the charged air, is magic. It disappears when you use it. You do not see it, you feel it. Enhancing life, not distracting. Every line, every edge, every feature designed to make life effortless, richer, lighter, more connected. You pause. Let the moment stretch. Every eye fixed, every camera poised. You are aware of the collective anticipation, the tension, the excitement in the air. And yet inside, stillness, calm, absolute focus. Applause begins, soft, measured, respectful. You nod faintly, smile almost imperceptibly. The thrill of creation hums through you. Every decision obsessive, every choice deliberate, every detail intentional. This is the future, you whisper. A thought more to yourself than anyone else. Designed with obsession, designed with clarity, designed to disappear, so people can experience life unbroken, uninterrupted, seamless. You take one last slow breath, observe the audience, notice the subtle smiles, the quiet fascination, the curiosity. The cameras flash, the lights dim slightly. You step back, lower the iPhone gently, feel the smoothness of the glass in your hand, the cold metal edges, the soft reflection of light across the polished stage. The energy of the room hums around you, but inside, stillness, calm, absolute. You are Steve Jobs, standing on the Apple stage, holding the new iPhone in your hand, wearing the black turtleneck and blue jeans. Calm, focused, obsessed with every feature, every innovation, every detail. Obsessed with simplicity, clarity, elegance, and creating something that changes the world. Every thought, every breath, every movement belongs to you. You are present, brilliant, obsessed with perfection. The Legend fans have always admired flows through you. You are Steve Jobs. The night has faded. The stage lights have dimmed, the applause has died away, and the world beyond the walls of your home carries on, unaware. Yesterday's event, the bright lights, the energy, the crowd, the cameras, has ended. It is now a new day, a day untouched, unclaimed, and quiet. A day that belongs to you, Steve Jobs. The morning air drifts softly through your window. It carries the faint scent of earth from the garden outside, mingling with the delicate warmth of your home. Today, your mind is not burdened by obligations or expectations. Today, your thoughts are yours alone. You move toward a quiet sanctuary within your home, a space reserved for clarity, focus, and simplicity. It is your closet, but it is far more than a place to store clothes. It is a temple of minimalism, a space where every object exists for a reason, where every item, every fold, every line contributes to your calm, your precision, your ability to think clearly. You reach for the door handle. The soft white paint is cool beneath your fingers. You open it slowly. Light spills into the room, soft and even, illuminating row after row of black turtlenecks hanging in perfect alignment. Below, blue jeans lie folded neatly on the shelves, each one identical to the next. There is nothing else. No jackets, no shoes, no accessories, no colors beyond black and blue. The simplicity is striking, almost shocking in its restraint. You pause at the entrance. A soft smile spreads across your face. One less choice to make, one less decision to waste my mind. You murmur quietly, barely audible. The words float through the stillness of the room like a gentle mantra. You feel the truth of them, the power in simplicity. Every piece of clothing in this closet is not just a garment. It is a choice deliberately avoided. Every decision you do not make is energy preserved, focus gained, clarity achieved. You step further inside, letting your fingers trail along the smooth cotton of a turtleneck. The texture is familiar, comforting, soothing. It feels almost alive, as if it understands your purpose. You lift it slightly, feeling the weight, the gentle stretch of the fabric. You hold it against your chest, inhaling the soft scent of clean cotton, feeling the calming energy of minimalism settle in your mind. Your gaze travels slowly down the row. Each turtleneck is identical, yet each one is a tool, a small instrument in the orchestration of your day. You run your hand across the neatly folded jeans. The soft denim, worn in just the right way, rests comfortably under your fingertips. The weight and texture ground you, reminding you of the physicality of your body, of the calm, measured steps you will take through the day. You reach for a turtleneck and hold it in front of your eyes. Perfect, you whisper. The simplicity of the garment feels elegant, almost meditative. You pull it over your head, letting the smooth fabric settle against your shoulders. It molds to you like a second skin, soft yet firm, grounding yet liberating. You slide your fingers into the pockets of your jeans, feeling their perfect fit. The gentle resistance, the subtle texture. Every movement is slow, deliberate, mindful. Every gesture is a meditation. You pause and glance around the closet. The repetition of black and blue, The clean lines, the organized symmetry, it all speaks of freedom through restraint. Each item exists solely to reduce mental clutter. Each fold, each seam, each hanger has been carefully placed, intentionally aligned, deliberately designed. This is minimalism at its purest, a philosophy embodied in fabric. You run your fingers along the stitching of a turtleneck. The precision, the consistency, the subtle perfection of every seam. It speaks to your obsession with detail, your commitment to clarity. Every morning when you dress, you are reminded that the world is simple if you choose to make it so. The energy saved from avoiding trivial decisions flows directly into your work, your ideas, your creations. You are free to think, free to innovate, free to focus on what truly matters. A thought drifts through your mind. All the energy I save not thinking about clothes can now go into creating something meaningful, something lasting. You imagine the design meetings, the quiet sketches, the brainstorming sessions with colleagues. Your mind is clear, unburdened, ready to flow like a river. The minimalism of your wardrobe has prepared you for the rhythm of creation. You lift another turtleneck and brush your fingers along its sleeves. The fabric is smooth, pliant, comforting. You notice the tiny variations in the weave, the subtle folds of the cuffs, the gentle stretch that allows it to move with your body. Each turtleneck, though identical to the next, carries a quiet reassurance. Each one is a tool of focus. Each one is freedom. You fold the turtleneck carefully and return it to the rack. The motion is slow, deliberate, calming. Your mind follows the rhythm of your hands. Your thoughts settle, aligning with the precision of your surroundings. The uniformity is almost hypnotic. Your gaze moves along the rows of hanging turtlenecks, then the stacks of jeans, back and forth, up and down. Repetition becomes meditation. Order becomes clarity. Simplicity becomes power. You sit down gently on a small stool in the corner. The floor beneath your feet is smooth and cool. The walls, the fabric, the quiet light, all converge into a space of calm concentration. You close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. Each inhale, each exhale is a gentle reminder of the calm that minimalism brings. The room is silent except for the soft whisper of your thoughts. You pick up another turtleneck, holding it against your chest, feeling the softness, the lack of decoration, the absence of excess. This is more than clothing. It is philosophy. Simplicity is elegance. Simplicity is freedom. Simplicity is clarity. You slide it over your head, adjusting the collar, letting it rest perfectly along your shoulders. The jeans settle into place, comforting and grounding. You feel your posture align naturally, your back straight, your head held high. Minimalism is not just visual. It is physical, mental, spiritual. You close your eyes again and imagine the day ahead. Meetings, conversations, design sessions, product decisions. None of it feels heavy. Your mind is light. Your thoughts flowing freely, unblocked by unnecessary choices. Every decision avoided in the morning wardrobe ritual has opened space for innovation, for insight, for quiet brilliance. You reach for a turtleneck one more time. Your fingers trace the weave, the seams, the folds. You feel a gentle pride in the repetition, in the order, in the simplicity. There is no chaos here, no distraction, only calm, only focus, only the quiet power of uniformity. You hold the turtleneck close, almost like a talisman, a reminder of the clarity and freedom it gives. You stand slowly, smoothing the fabric with your hands. The jeans fit perfectly, grounding you in the moment, aligning your posture, preparing you for the day. You glance at the closet one last time. The repetition of black and blue, the neat alignment of hangers and shelves, the soft glow of the morning light, all converge into a sense of serenity, purpose, and readiness. You take a deep breath. You feel the calm energy of minimalism infuse your body. Your mind is sharp, your thoughts clear, your heart steady. The simplicity of your clothes has prepared you to act, to create, to innovate. Every small choice avoided, every decision simplified, has expanded your capacity for thought and focus. You step toward the door. The quiet order of the closet follows you like a shadow. You carry its calm, its clarity, its freedom into the day. Your movements are deliberate, measured, precise. Your mind is ready. Your body is aligned. Your spirit is calm. You are Steve Jobs. Calm, brilliant, focused, free. Every thought, every action, every decision from this moment onward belongs to you. The minimalism of your life, beginning here in the quiet sanctuary of your closet, guides every step, every breath, every choice. You are prepared. You are centered. You are unstoppable. The morning continues. The quiet calm from your closet ritual still lingers in your mind, wrapping around your thoughts like a gentle breeze. Your black turtleneck rests perfectly against your shoulders, your blue jeans grounding you in the present moment. Today is another day, a blank canvas filled with the potential for focus, clarity, and creativity. You step into the kitchen, a space bathed in soft sunlight filtering through wide windows. At a simple wooden table, your breakfast awaits. A wooden bowl, smooth and warm to the touch, sits neatly in the center. Inside are fresh apples, juicy berries, and crisp carrots, their colors muted but vibrant against the natural tones of the bowl. The air carries the subtle fragrance of fruit, clean and sweet, mingling with the faint scent of morning dew that drifts in from the garden. You pause, taking in the sight. The arrangement is deliberate, orderly. It is simplicity incarnate. You sit down slowly, letting the weight of your body settle into the chair. The wood is cool beneath your palms, smooth and solid. You pick up an apple, feeling its firm skin, the gentle curves under your fingers. You raise it to your lips and take a slow bite. The crisp snap echoes softly in the quiet kitchen. Juice fills your mouth, sweet but not overpowering. You chew deliberately, savoring each texture, each flavor. Simple food, you murmur softly. Simple mind. The words roll gently off your tongue, a quiet mantra. Each bite feels like a meditation, a way to center your thoughts, align your focus, and ground yourself in the present. You reach for a handful of berries next. Their softness contrasts with the firmness of the apple. The sweetness dances lightly on your tongue. You chew slowly, intentionally, feeling the burst of flavor, the slight tartness, the freshness of life itself. Your mind drifts for a moment. You think about yesterday's meetings, the ideas shared, the challenges faced, and yet none of it feels urgent, heavy, or stressful. Here, at this table, with simple food in your hands, the world feels calm, gentle, and navigable. You close your eyes briefly, letting the flavors, textures, and aromas settle your senses. A carrot lies before you, its surface smooth and cool. You pick it up, noticing the subtle ridges along its length, the slight earthiness lingering from its growth. You take a slow bite, feeling the crisp crunch. The taste is pure, clean, grounding. You chew with intention, aware of each movement, each sensation. It is a simple pleasure, yet profound. Your mind floats freely, your thoughts steady, your heart calm. You glance out the window. The morning sun pours softly through the glass, illuminating the table, the fruit, the subtle steam rising from a cup of herbal tea beside you. The light is warm, gentle, almost musical in its rhythm. Shadows play delicately on the wooden surface, creating patterns that shift slowly as the day progresses. You feel a quiet connection to this moment, to the simplicity around you, to the life that surrounds and supports you. Life doesn't have to be complicated, you whisper, almost as if speaking to the fruit itself. Focus on what matters. Let go of the rest. Each bite, each sip, each breath reinforces this thought. The simplicity of your breakfast mirrors the simplicity you seek in life, in thought, in creation. Every sensory detail, the smoothness of the apple, the softness of the berries, the crispness of the carrot, the warmth of sunlight, becomes a meditation, a gentle reminder of clarity, of calm, of focus. You reach for your tea. The cup is warm in your hands, the liquid steeped to perfection, subtle and fragrant. You lift it slowly, bringing it to your lips. The warmth spreads through your mouth, down your throat, filling your chest with comfort. You sip deliberately, savoring the delicate taste, feeling it anchor you in the present moment. You set the cup down gently, appreciating the weight, the texture, the ritual of this simple act. Your thoughts drift again, quietly, gently. You think about ideas waiting to be explored, projects that require attention, innovations that demand your focus. Yet here, they are not burdens. They are possibilities, seeds ready to grow. The simplicity of your breakfast, the calm of the morning, the clarity of your mind, all prepare you to nurture these seeds, to act with intention, to move through the day with purpose and calm. You pick up another apple, holding it carefully. The cool skin glides under your fingertips. You take a bite, slow, deliberate, chewing fully before swallowing. The flavors mingle in your mouth, the sweet, the crisp, the fresh. And with each chew, a thought drifts. Simplicity is freedom. Clarity is power. You chew again, savoring the words as much as the taste, letting the mantra settle into your mind. You glance around the kitchen. The light plays softly across the wooden surfaces, the bowls, the fruit. Everything is intentional, purposeful, yet understated. There is no excess, no distraction, only what is necessary, only what serves a purpose. You feel a quiet joy in this, a sense of order, control, and harmony. The world outside may be chaotic, but here, at this simple breakfast, you are centered, focused, aligned. A bird lands briefly on the windowsill, pecking at a crumb left from the previous day. You watch it silently, noticing the delicate movements, the soft feathers, the gentle rhythm of its head. It is a small life, yet alive, aware, and connected to the world. You smile quietly. All life is simple when observed closely. All beauty is in the details. You take another slow bite of fruit, letting the flavors, textures, and aromas anchor you further into the present moment. You finish the apple, the berries, and the carrot, each bite deliberate, each movement mindful. You lean back slightly, closing your eyes. The sunlight warms your face. A gentle breeze drifts through the open window, carrying with it the faint scent of the garden, the earth, and life itself. Your chest rises and falls steadily. Your mind is calm. Your thoughts are clear. Your heart is at peace. You take a final sip of tea, feeling the warmth flow through you, anchoring you further into the moment. You set the cup down gently. You look once more at the simple breakfast, appreciating the colors, the textures, the order, the care. You feel gratitude, not just for the food, but for the simplicity, the calm, the clarity it represents. You stand slowly, feeling the wood beneath your feet, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the gentle breeze around you. The ritual of this fruitarian breakfast has prepared you for the day ahead. Your mind is sharp, your body is grounded, your spirit is calm. You are ready to move forward with focus, intention, and serenity. You are Steve Jobs. Calm, focused, clear, free. Every thought, every bite, every breath from this moment onward belongs to you. The simplicity of your breakfast mirrors the simplicity of your life, anchoring you in clarity, presence, and calm as you step into the day. After your barefoot walk in the garden, you feel lighter, calmer, and deeply grounded. The earth beneath your feet, the warmth of the sun, the gentle rustle of leaves, it all has aligned your body, mind, and spirit. Now, it is time to retreat into another sanctuary, a space of stillness, silence, and meditation. You walk back into the house, carrying the serenity of the morning with you, the quiet rhythm of the garden echoing in your steps. You enter the Zen meditation room. The room is minimalistic, intentionally stripped of any distraction. The walls are pristine white, smooth and uninterrupted. No pictures, no furniture, no unnecessary objects. Just light, space, and quiet. The floor beneath your feet is cool and clean. You feel a gentle calm wash over you as you take in the simplicity. Every corner, every surface, every element has been chosen for clarity, focus, and peace. You move to the center of the room, where a small mat lies perfectly flat. The mat is soft yet firm, grounding you, inviting you to sit. You fold your legs carefully into a cross-legged position, feeling the mat beneath your hips and legs. The fabric is textured just enough to provide comfort and stability. You close your eyes and let your hands rest gently on your knees. The silence of the room is profound, wrapping around you like a protective cocoon. You take a slow, deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand. You hold it for a moment, noticing the gentle rise of your chest, the warmth of the air entering your body. Then you exhale, releasing tension, letting go of thoughts, letting the world outside fade. Again you inhale and exhale, each breath slow, steady, deliberate. You whisper softly, "Breathe in, breathe out." The sound of your own voice is barely audible, but it grounds you, anchors you in the present moment. Your mind drifts to memories of India, the place where your meditation practice deepened. You remember the stillness of the ashrams, the gentle rhythm of life, the quietude of mornings before the world awoke. You remember the simplicity, the discipline, the peace. You feel it now within you, carried by your breath, your posture, your awareness. Each inhale brings clarity. Each exhale brings release. The room is bright, yet soft. Sunlight filters through a small window, casting delicate patterns on the floor. You notice the light dancing gently across the white walls. There is no rush here, no expectation, no noise. You are free to be entirely present. Your body feels heavy and light at the same time, grounded by the mat yet floating in the stillness. A faint sound drifts from the house outside. A soft hum, distant, barely noticeable. You do not open your eyes. You let it become part of the meditation, a subtle reminder that life exists beyond the room. Yet here, in this moment, you are untouched by it. Each breath carries you deeper into focus. Each exhale releases distraction. You feel a gentle warmth spreading from your chest to your limbs, a sensation of calm energy. You recall the first time you learned to meditate in India, sitting on a simple mat, surrounded by white walls, listening to your teacher whisper, "Still your mind, breathe, let the world be." You smile quietly at the memory, feeling the guidance embedded in your mind. You inhale slowly, imagining the soft aroma of incense that filled the rooms there, the faint scent of sandalwood, the delicate fragrance of flowers placed with care. A thought drifts through your mind. Stillness is power. Silence is clarity. You let the thought settle, unspoken but deeply felt. The room is a vessel for your awareness. Each sensation, the touch of the mat, the warmth of the sun, the gentle rhythm of your breath, is amplified, each one a reminder of presence, focus, and calm. You notice subtle shifts in your body. Tiny areas of tension release as you breathe, muscles relaxing, shoulders dropping, jaw unclenching. Your mind follows, thoughts slowing, worries dissolving, awareness sharpening. You are fully here, fully present, fully aware. Each breath is a wave, slow, steady, gentle. You visualize yourself walking through India again, barefoot on soft earth, sitting quietly in temples, observing monks moving with grace and purpose. You feel their calm presence merging with yours, their discipline reinforcing your own focus. You imagine the sunlight filtering through high windows, the soft rustle of leaves outside, the distant call of birds. All of it becomes part of your meditation, a tapestry of serenity, clarity, and groundedness. Time seems suspended. You are neither in the past nor the future. You are here. You are now. Your thoughts are still. Your body is relaxed. Your mind is sharp. Your spirit is light. Each inhale fills you with energy. Each exhale releases tension. And with every passing moment, you sink deeper into this peaceful awareness. A memory surfaces. Your college days. When you first learned calligraphy, the long hours spent perfecting each letter, each stroke deliberate, precise, intentional. That same intention flows into your meditation now. Every breath, every posture, every sensation is deliberate, intentional, fully present. You are crafting clarity in your mind as carefully as you once crafted letters on paper. You whisper again, softly, almost like a mantra. Breathe in, breathe out. Calm, clear, focus. The sound of your own voice reverberates gently in the quiet room, mingling with the rhythm of your breath, the sunlight, the warmth, the energy of presence. You feel a profound sense of alignment, a unity between body, mind, and spirit. Your awareness expands. You notice the subtlest details, the texture of the mat beneath your fingers, the faint patterns of sunlight on the floor, the gentle shift of air through the window. Nothing is too small, nothing is overlooked. Every element becomes a point of meditation, a reminder that focus comes from attention, that peace comes from awareness, that clarity comes from stillness. You remain in this posture, cross-legged, centered, quiet. The room is a sanctuary. The silence is your companion. Your mind is free, your body relaxed, your spirit calm. You feel the wisdom of stillness, the strength of simplicity, the power of focus. You open your eyes slightly, just enough to see the soft white walls, the light patterns on the floor, the gentle shadows. You smile quietly, feeling gratitude for this space, for this practice, for this moment. You rise slowly, moving gently, carrying the calm of the meditation into the rest of your day. You are Steve Jobs, calm, centered, focused. Each breath, each thought, each movement in this room belongs to you. The simplicity of the Zen meditation room has given you clarity, groundedness, and peace. You carry it with you, ready to face the world with intention, calm, and brilliance. The morning begins quietly, the sun rising gently over the horizon, casting warm light across the garden. The calm of meditation still lingers in your body as you step outside. The air is crisp, cool against your skin. In the driveway, your silver Mercedes waits, gleaming in the soft sunlight. Its polished curves reflect the morning glow, smooth and precise. At first glance, it seems like any other car, yet there is something different. There is no license plate, blank spaces at the front and rear, deliberately left empty, giving the vehicle a unique presence. This is not an accident. In California, driving without a plate for 6 months is allowed. You have perfected this rhythm over the years. Every 6 months, you buy the same Mercedes, a carefully chosen model, and replace the old one. It is always identical. Same color, same trim, same interior. You do not seek variety. You do not need it. One car, one model, one design repeated. This simplicity eliminates trivial decisions, allowing your mind to focus on work, creation, and thought. Each 6-month cycle is seamless, a quiet ritual of consistency and efficiency. Walking closer, your hand glides over the smooth metallic surface. The silver paint shimmers in the sunlight, flawless and reflective. Each curve, each edge, every contour has been designed with purpose. The hood flows naturally into the roof into the rear, every panel aligned perfectly. The absence of a license plate accentuates the minimalism of the design. Nothing interrupts the flow. Nothing distracts the eye from the elegance of the vehicle. This car is not about attention or status. It is a tool, a companion, an extension of your philosophy. Sliding into the driver's seat, the interior welcomes you. Soft leather molds to your form, firm yet yielding, supporting your posture perfectly. The stitching is precise, subtle but meaningful. Every surface, every button, every control is deliberate. The dashboard is uncluttered, clean lines dominating. No flashy screens, no extra lights. Only the essentials remain. The car is functional, intuitive, and beautiful in its simplicity. The ignition hums softly as you start the engine. A low, smooth vibration travels through the seat and steering wheel, soothing yet commanding attention. Pressing the accelerator gently, the car glides forward. The suspension is perfectly tuned, soft enough to absorb minor road imperfections, yet firm enough to provide absolute control. The tires maintain perfect grip on the asphalt. Every inch of motion is precise, seamless, intentional. Driving through the quiet streets, the reflections of sunlight dance across the car's metallic surface. The smooth bodywork gleams, uninterrupted by a license plate. This blank space is a small, deliberate statement of freedom. You exist without imposed identification, unbound by rules and labels. The car, like your minimalist wardrobe, simplifies life, reducing distractions. It allows the mind to focus, the body to move calmly, the spirit to remain light and unburdened. Buying the same car every 6 months is part of this philosophy. By keeping things consistent, life becomes predictable, and energy is preserved for what truly matters. There is no decision fatigue from choosing models, comparing colors, negotiating features. Each purchase is familiar, easy, and deliberate. Even the joy of a new car is measured, subtle, quiet. There is no thrill-seeking, only satisfaction in function, comfort, and elegance. As you glide past trees swaying gently in the morning breeze, the car responds effortlessly to every touch. The smooth leather steering wheel, the pedals calibrated perfectly, the quiet hum of the engine, all work together in harmony. The tires roll silently, the suspension absorbs each tiny imperfection, and the metallic body reflects the world around it. Every detail of the vehicle reinforces the philosophy of minimalism and intentionality. Even the choice of silver matters. The color is subtle, understated, reflecting light softly without calling attention. It matches the design principles of simplicity, elegance, and focus. The repeated purchase of the same model ensures uniformity. There is no change, no distraction, no unnecessary complication. Life is streamlined. Choice is minimal. Focus is maximal. Driving toward Apple's infinite loop campus, the car remains a vessel of calm and meditation. The absence of a license plate continues to symbolize freedom and autonomy. It is a reminder that life does not require constant validation, identification, or attention. The blank space allows the design to shine, the form to exist unbroken, and the motion to be pure. Every curve, every panel, every material, leather, metal, glass, works together to create a perfect, immersive experience. Passing familiar streets, you notice subtle details. The alignment of body panels, the flush fit of doors, the precision of mirrors, and the smoothness of the roofline. The Mercedes is engineered not only for performance, but for sensory satisfaction. The sound inside the cabin is minimal. The low hum of the engine, the soft roll of tires, and the whisper of wind. Outside distractions fade away, replaced by focus, clarity, and calm. Every 6 months, when you replace the car with a new identical model, the ritual reinforces a life of minimalism. There is no need to experiment, no desire for variety. Consistency brings freedom, and freedom allows creativity. The car is reliable, familiar, and precise. Its predictability a comfort in an otherwise unpredictable world. This repeated purchase is not a display of wealth, but a deliberate choice to minimize distraction and maximize mental energy. As you approach Apple's infinite loop campus, the circular architecture of the building mirrors the smooth lines of the Mercedes. The car glides into the parking area effortlessly. The blank plates remain untouched, emphasizing elegance and autonomy. The Mercedes has carried you calmly and efficiently, embodying minimalism and purpose. Every element, the body, the interior, the engine, the tires, aligns perfectly with the philosophy of intentional living. Stepping out onto the asphalt, you feel the smooth surface beneath your feet. The car stands silently behind you, a testament to simplicity, freedom, and careful design. Every reflection, every panel, every detail reinforces your presence, your philosophy, and your calm. Owning one car, buying the same model every 6 months, and driving without a plate, all are extensions of a life lived deliberately. You are Steve Jobs, calm, focused, minimal, free. The Mercedes, the blank plates, the consistency of ownership, and the elegance of motion all belong to you. They are part of the life you craft intentionally. Every detail, every surface, every moment behind the wheel reflects your philosophy. Simplicity, clarity, focus, and absolute control. After leaving your silver Mercedes in the quiet courtyard, you walk through the glass halls of Apple's Infinite Loop campus. Morning sunlight filters softly across polished floors, reflecting off glass and smooth metal. Engineers move with calm precision, carrying notebooks and laptops. Designers huddle over sketches, comparing notes in low, deliberate voices. The air hums with focus, creativity, and intent. Today is a meeting day, and the room you enter carries no badges, no titles. Recognition comes not from a label on your shirt, but from presence, vision, and calm authority. You pause briefly at the entrance, feeling the quiet anticipation in the room. Heads turn as you open the door. "Good morning, Steve," someone says softly. "Good morning. Let's keep things simple," you answer, your voice calm but carrying weight. Eyes settle. The absence of badges does not diminish authority. It enhances focus. Everyone is here for ideas, for design, for excellence. A lead designer spreads out sketches of the newest iPhone prototype. "We've refined the edge curvature and button placement," she says. "The device feels smoother in hand, but we're noticing slight issues with touchscreen responsiveness in some units." The room pauses. Slight tension arises. A real problem is in front of you, one that could affect the iPhone's user experience. You nod slowly. "Show me exactly where it fails," you say calmly. The engineer connects a device and demonstrates. In certain conditions, like when the battery is low or the hand is slightly damp, the touchscreen sometimes hesitates to register swipes or taps. A software engineer adds, "We can adjust the firmware, but it may slightly reduce overall performance." "No," you reply firmly but softly. "Performance cannot be compromised. Users must feel the device is flawless. Minimalism is not just appearance, it is experience." A junior designer hesitates. "Should we move the home button slightly or make the touchscreen more sensitive?" You shake your head. "No physical changes unless necessary." The solution lies in calibration, integration, and design precision. We do not add complexity to solve simplicity. The team waits, sensing your direction. Calmly you speak. "Here's what we do. Adjust the touchscreen firmware to improve responsiveness. Test the hardware against all variations in temperature, humidity, and pressure. Check every component beneath the screen. Contacts, layers, sensor alignment. Ensure the battery management system supports consistent voltage. We keep the design intact. Minimalism must remain perfect." The engineers nod, reassured. Work begins. Teams quietly collaborate. Hardware specialists check sensor alignment, software engineers tweak firmware, and designers observe the feel in prototypes. Every adjustment is deliberate, every test repeated. A software engineer reports, "We recalibrated the touchscreen for the slight voltage variance. Responsiveness is more consistent, but a few units still lag slightly in cooler environments. Then adjust the sensitivity curve for temperature ranges," you reply. "We do not compromise. Every iPhone must behave flawlessly." The user should never notice the engineering behind the magic. A senior designer adds, "We've been testing button clicks. The tactile feel is slightly stiff on some units." Yes, you respond. The home button is a primary interaction. Every click must be precise. Minimalism is not absence, it is refinement. Every movement, every touch, every moment counts. Another designer raises a question about materials. If we use slightly different metals for the casing, it may improve conductivity for the touchscreen and reduce lag. You nod thoughtfully. Good. Minimalism respects both aesthetics and function. Design is not decoration, it is experience. Elegance is invisible, effortless, and integrated. A junior engineer nervously says, "If we make these adjustments, the battery life may reduce slightly." You smile softly. Battery life cannot be sacrificed. Solve internally. Adjust firmware, optimize hardware layout. Simplicity is never compromised. It is refined, precise, and deliberate. The discussion moves to gestures. Swiping between apps sometimes lags on older prototypes, a software engineer says. Then optimize memory allocation, you answer. The interface must disappear. Users should experience fluidity without thinking about mechanics. Design is poetry, not buttons and circuits. Hours pass quietly. Conversations flow naturally, with ideas bouncing between hardware, software, and design. Every refinement follows the principle of minimalism. Remove the unnecessary, enhance the essential. You guide gently, occasionally asking, "Does this improve the experience or distract?" If it distracts, remove it. Every detail must serve purpose. A designer presents a new casing finish. We can add a matte texture to reduce fingerprints without altering color or shape. "Yes," you whisper. Subtlety matters. Minimalism must be invisible. Users should feel perfection, not see it. Every curve, every edge, every surface counts. Another engineer mentions manufacturing constraints. Some units are slightly heavier due to metal tolerance. Then adjust the internal layout, you say. Weight must feel balanced. The device must be an extension of the hand. Minimalism is harmony between form, function, and perception. The team experiments with various prototypes, recalibrates screens, tests battery performance, tweaks materials, and adjusts tactile feedback. Dialogues continue. What about edge curvature? It may feel sharper in some hands. Adjust the chamfer slightly. The feel must be universal. Touch sensitivity is perfect now, even with moisture. Excellent. Every detail contributes to seamless interaction. The problem, touchscreen inconsistency, is solved. Everyone exhales quietly, satisfied. The meeting resumes, flowing smoothly into discussions about packaging, interface aesthetics, and product naming. Even small gestures, the placement of screws, the curve of the edges, the weight distribution, are debated and refined. The conversation naturally turns to selling the device. "Steve, if we position the iPhone as premium, we need to justify pricing without overwhelming users," a marketing lead says. "Yes," you reply. "We do not sell specs. We sell experience." Every ad, every product demo must convey calm, clarity, and simplicity. People buy what they can understand instantly, what feels natural, what makes life better. "What about retail design?" someone asks. "Shall we redesign stores to reflect the minimalism of the device?" "Absolutely," you answer. "The space should echo the product philosophy. Open, airy, inviting. Nothing should distract. Every table, every display, every light should reflect purpose. When users enter, they feel calm, clarity, and confidence." A business analyst adds, Early projections indicate strong demand if we emphasize usability and elegance in campaigns. You nod. Then ensure the experience matches the promise. Marketing is only believable if reality confirms it. Excellence sells itself. Presentation matters, but it is secondary to perfection. The discussion moves back to technical refinement. If we adjust firmware too aggressively, some gestures may feel unnatural, a software engineer warns. Test every scenario, you say. From the lightest swipe to prolonged taps, experience is everything. Users should never know the machine exists behind the magic. A designer asks, should we add subtle haptic feedback on button presses to improve perception of interaction? Yes, you answer, but it must feel invisible. Subtlety is the key. It is not decoration. It is guidance, a whisper that reassures the user. Haptic feedback is language. Speak it clearly, softly, intentionally. Hours turn into the late afternoon. Discussions deepen. How should we present the iPhone launch? Asks a communications lead. Focus on the story of design, you reply. Show care, intentionality, and simplicity. Highlight moments where user experience was refined. People remember feeling, not words. Make them feel excellence before they see it. Another engineer mentions software stability. Beta tests show minor lag when switching between apps with large data. Optimize memory allocation. Reduce background overhead. Ensure continuity, you instruct. Every interaction must feel fluid, effortless. Users should forget the device exists. They interact with life itself, not a screen. Finally, sketches are gathered, prototypes confirmed, and decisions recorded. Good work, you say softly. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every refinement brings clarity. Minimalism is not subtraction. It is focus, intentionality, and perfection in action. Remember, excellence is invisible. Users should feel it, never see it. The team rises quietly, energized and aligned. Outside, the infinite loop campus hums calmly. People walking, discussing softly, moving purposefully. Each interaction, every reflection, embodies your philosophy. Simplicity, clarity, minimalism, and freedom from unnecessary labels. You stand alone for a moment, looking out the glass walls. Calm, deliberate, intentional. Every decision, every conversation, every refinement belongs to your vision. Products, sales, and design are inseparable. All must serve the user experience. And in that stillness, you are reminded. You are Steve Jobs, guiding creation, perfecting design, and shaping the world through simplicity, clarity, and intentionality. Minimalism, vision, and freedom from titles shape every space, every action, and every interaction. Calm, deliberate, and focused, you move through your day with purpose, leaving the environment refined, aligned, and ready for creation. You step outside the building at Apple's Infinite Loop campus. The morning sun filters gently through the low-hanging trees lining the pathways. The air is crisp, carrying the subtle scent of grass, earth, and flowering shrubs. Your footsteps are deliberate, crunching softly on the paved paths. Around you, the calm hum of engineers arriving, designers carrying sketchbooks, and quiet conversations set a rhythm to the day. Beside you, Johnny Ive walks in his typical serene posture, hands folded lightly behind his back. His eyes scan the surroundings, noticing details others might overlook. the way sunlight hits the windows, the curve of a low railing, the texture of the stone pathway. Less, but better, Joni murmurs quietly, almost to himself. The words carry the weight of shared philosophy, a principle that guides every decision. You nod slowly, absorbing the calm power in the statement. Design is not just what it looks like, it's how it feels, you reply, your voice soft but deliberate, settling over the path like a gentle command. Joni adjusts the notebook tucked under his arm. I've been thinking about the curvature of the iPhone edges. There's a delicate tension between comfort and elegance. It should feel effortless in hand, but distinct when seen. You slow your pace to match his. The hand must guide the mind, not the other way around. Every contour, every angle, every subtle curve must communicate without words. Minimalism is invisible until it's absent. Then the user notices immediately. You pass by a small courtyard, where a fountain bubbles quietly, reflecting sunlight across the cobblestones. You pause for a moment, watching the ripples. Think about the materials, Joni. Aluminum, glass. The tactile experience is just as important as the visual. People should feel the quality even before they pick it up. He nods thoughtfully. The finish matters too. Smooth, matte surfaces speak differently than glossy ones. Users may not articulate it, but they feel it. Every interaction with the device must resonate subtly, without shouting. You continue walking slowly, your shoes making a soft swish against the pathway. And the unseen layers, internals, battery placement, weight distribution, every element contributes to the experience. It's not decoration, it's poetry, Joni smiles faintly. I love creating something so intuitive that people forget they're using technology. That's elegance. Every button press, every swipe, every gesture. It should feel natural, as if the device anticipates their intent. Exactly, you reply. And we cannot compromise on subtlety. Even the smallest imperfection will break the illusion. Users must feel confidence and calm in every interaction. It's not just a phone, it's an extension of themselves. A bird lands on a nearby branch, chirping softly. You inhale deeply, letting the fresh air sharpen your focus. How about the interface? You ask. Icons, spacing, transitions, every pixel matters. Simplicity is not absence, it's intention. Joni opens his notebook, spreading a few sketches on a nearby bench. I've been experimenting with icon spacing and swipe gestures. It's about rhythm. Users should feel flow, not friction. You lean closer to study the sketches. Look at these edges. Notice how the thumb naturally rests here. The hand becomes the lens through which they experience everything. Design must align with the human form. Not technology, not machinery, but the person first. He flips the page, showing prototypes for the home button. We tried different sizes, but each feels slightly off. Too large, it distracts. Too small, it loses presence. Perfect balance is essential. You nod approvingly. Balance is everything. The home button is the first tactile contact. It communicates trust, stability, and calm. It's more than function. It's the handshake of the device. Joni pauses, eyes distant in thought. Materials. Glass must feel solid yet welcoming. Aluminum firm yet warm to touch. We are shaping more than a device. We are shaping interaction. You continue walking, crunching leaves softly beneath your feet. People won't notice effort if it's perfect. They'll only notice if it's flawed. That's the true test of design. We make the invisible tangible. He smiles, closing the notebook. Do the current prototypes capture that? I believe they are close, you answer. But refinement never ends. We will continue to walk, test, observe. Every morning, every step, every touch contributes. The path of simplicity is endless, but necessary. Excellence is in the details, and details are everything. You stop at the edge of another courtyard, sunlight glinting off the building's glass and metal facade. Let's plan a test today, you say. Take prototypes into hands that have never held them. Observe, listen, feel. Their instincts reveal truths we cannot imagine in the lab. Joni nods thoughtfully. User experience as a mirror. It exposes all assumptions. Yes, you whisper. Observe, learn, refine. Every interaction must feel effortless. Every decision, invisible yet deliberate. Your conversation drifts naturally toward future products, packaging, and subtle marketing ideas. Presentation, you say, must echo simplicity. It is the final handshake, the first impression, but never outweighs substance. Substance always guides experience. Joni smiles faintly, glancing at sunlight filtering through leaves. Walking together like this, it makes design more alive. Ideas feel fluid. Exactly, you answer. Design is life made tangible. Minimalism is clarity. Clarity is freedom. Freedom is calm. You walk past the courtyard, the air fragrant with early blooms. The office is ahead awaiting. Every product we create, you say, is a conversation between hands, eyes, and users. We guide without force. Users discover, we refine. Calm, clarity, simplicity. Principles we live by, Joni repeats softly. Less, but better. You smile, feeling the weight and beauty of those words. Yes, less, but better. Always. In every line, every touch, every moment. And as you reach the offices, ready for the day's meetings, you feel the calm certainty guiding every step. You are Steve Jobs. Every step, every conversation, every idea belongs to your vision. Minimalism, clarity, and excellence shape your world. Calm, deliberate, intentional. You move forward. After the meeting, you walk slowly through the quiet halls of Apple's Infinite Loop campus. The sun filters softly through the windows, casting warm patterns across polished floors. The smell of fresh coffee drifts faintly from the cafeteria, mingling with the faint scent of paper, wood, and the subtle metallic tang of electronics. Engineers and designers move with calm focus around you, heads bent over sketches, laptops, or prototypes. The rhythm of the workplace feels deliberate, purposeful, a symphony of quiet concentration. You make your way toward a smaller, more secluded lounge at the heart of the campus, carrying with you a folder of Pixar sketches. The memory of earlier conversations about design, minimalism, and attention to detail still hums in your mind. Here, in this space, there are no deadlines, no clients, no corporate expectations, just the quiet presence of ideas waiting to be brought to life. Settling onto a low sofa, you lay the folder gently across your knees. The sketches spill open. Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Jessie, and a host of other characters, each line painstakingly drawn, each expression brimming with potential. The weight of what these drawings represent presses softly, almost reverently in the back of your mind. You trace a finger along the curve of Woody's hat, the tilt of Buzz's wing, the mischievous glint in Jessie's eyes. A soft smile crosses your face. "We did it," you whisper, almost to yourself. The words carry no arrogance, only quiet satisfaction, the kind that comes from witnessing a dream begin to take tangible shape. A friend passing by notices the folder, "Did you ever imagine this?" they ask softly, as if not to disturb the fragile magic in the air. You shake your head gently, eyes still on the sketches. "I only dreamed of telling stories." And look at us now. You lean back into the sofa, letting the sunlight wash over you. The room is quiet, save for the soft hum of distant conversations and the occasional click of a keyboard. Your mind drifts, thinking about the journey to this point, the early days of Pixar, the challenges of turning animation into narrative art, the long nights refining storyboards, voice recordings, and character designs. You remember sitting in small rooms surrounded by drawings taped to the walls, listening to laughter, frustration, and inspiration collide. Every character, every gesture, every line of dialogue had to resonate, had to feel authentic. You pick up a sketch of Buzz Lightyear, turning it slightly to catch the light. The detail is remarkable. The contours of his helmet, the tilt of his chin, the sense of movement already captured in still lines. "Even a toy," you murmur, "can tell a story if seen carefully, if given soul." Your eyes drift to a storyboard showing Woody and Buzz in their first encounter. The expressions are subtle. Woody's initial suspicion, Buzz's exaggerated confidence. It strikes you how much narrative can be conveyed without a single word, how body language, positioning, and small visual cues create emotional resonance. You imagine the scenes coming alive, the voice actors giving life to the sketches, the animation team translating lines into motion. Each step of the process is a delicate choreography, requiring attention, patience, and vision. The phone in your pocket vibrates briefly, but you ignore it, letting the moment linger. Outside the window, the campus is alive with the calm energy of creativity. Engineers walk past, carrying laptops and drawings, conversations low and deliberate. The scent of the nearby gardens drifts in, mixing faintly with the smell of ink and paper. You stand and move closer to a window, looking down at the walking paths where small groups pause to discuss prototypes and designs. The campus, even on a typical day, feels alive with purpose. Returning to the sketches, you pick up a colored pencil and begin to make small annotations. Not major revisions, but subtle notes. Adjust arm tilt for natural motion, eyebrow expression to reflect surprise, slight shift in stance to improve composition. These tiny adjustments feel monumental because you understand that each line carries intention. Each gesture has the power to define a character's identity. A colleague enters quietly, holding a cup of coffee. "You spend hours here every day, don't you?" they ask. There's no judgment, only curiosity. "Yes," you respond softly, your voice carrying calm certainty. But the hours feel like minutes when the work is right. Pixar isn't just animation, it's the language of storytelling. Every drawing must communicate, even before words are spoken. The colleague nods and takes a seat nearby, watching as you continue to study the sketches. You flip through a page showing Buzz Lightyear reaching toward the sky. The composition is dynamic yet balanced. The lines communicate aspiration, heroism, and innocence simultaneously. "The audience must see the character's intentions," you murmur. Even in a single frame, they should understand emotion, motivation, and personality. Time passes almost unnoticed. Sunlight shifts across the room, highlighting textures, shadows, and subtle details in the sketches. You pause to look at a drawing of Woody sitting alone in Andy's room, his hat tilted slightly, eyes gazing outward. The emotion is quiet, almost melancholy, yet rich with possibility. You remember the discussions about character arcs, about how subtle visual cues could tell a story without dialogue. "Every choice matters," you whisper, "from the tilt of a hat to the fold of a sleeve. Intentionality is everything." Eventually, you rise from the sofa, taking a slow walk around the indoor campus spaces. The design of the buildings themselves mirrors your philosophy: open, simple, and functional. Glass panels allow light to flow freely, soft carpets muffle footsteps, and every workspace is arranged to encourage focus and collaboration. Walking past a group of engineers, you overhear a quiet discussion about an upcoming interface for a prototype app. You pause briefly, nodding in acknowledgement, and continue your deliberate pace. At a small cafeteria, you pause and take a sip of tea, the warmth grounding you. You reflect on the day's conversations, iPhone design, minimalism, Pixar sketches, and how all these threads connect. It isn't just about technology or animation or storytelling, it's about creating experiences that resonate, that communicate clarity and intention without excess. You feel a sense of quiet pride in the way the campus, the people, and the work all embody these principles. You return to your office, settling in at a simple desk. The sketches are spread before you again. You take a deep breath, considering the characters not as toys, but as living presences. You imagine children around the world seeing Buzz reach for the sky, or Woody adjusting his hat, and feeling emotions that are simultaneously universal and intimate. "This," you murmur, "is why we create. Not for technology, not for spectacle, but for connection, for shared experience." Hours pass in quiet reflection. You review notes, make subtle annotations, and consider potential scenes yet to be storyboarded. Each line, each adjustment, feels significant because you understand the power of small details. Every decision is intentional, every gesture deliberate. Eventually, as afternoon light begins to soften, you gather the sketches and place them carefully in the folder. You stand, stretching slowly, feeling the weight and satisfaction of the day's work. Walking back through the campus, past collaborative spaces, quiet offices, and sunlit corridors, you reflect on the intersection of design, storytelling, and human experience. Pixar and Apple may seem different, but both demand attention to detail, clarity of vision, and respect for the audience. You exit the building, stepping into the warm glow of the late afternoon sun. The campus paths are quiet, and the scent of the gardens lingers. Birds chirp softly from nearby trees. You pause, letting the calm energy of the surroundings fill you. Today has been about refinement, observation, and quiet creation. The silver Mercedes waits silently in the courtyard. You settle inside, closing the door softly, and exhale. The city streets await, but for now, the day is complete. The sketches, the conversations, the reflections, all are carried with you. As you drive home, your mind continues to wander over the sketches and ideas, considering small adjustments to animation sequences, subtle expressions, and nuanced gestures. You think about the upcoming meetings, the prototypes, the storyboards yet to be drawn. Yet even amid this planning, there is calm, the knowledge that creation, when guided by clarity and intention, is a deliberate and fulfilling pursuit. Arriving home, you step inside, setting the folder carefully on a table. You sit back, letting the quiet of the evening settle in. Outside, the fading light casts gentle shadows across the room. Today was a day of reflection, of thoughtful engagement with ideas, of quiet dedication to both Pixar and Apple projects. You feel the satisfaction of work done well, of attention given where it matters most. And as you sit in the calm of your home, you whisper once more, almost to yourself, "We dreamed, we created, we refined, and yet the journey is endless. Every line, every gesture, every choice, it matters." The sketches await tomorrow, the stories to be told, the designs to be perfected. But for now, there is quiet, there is calm, there is satisfaction in a day spent in the deliberate pursuit of excellence. The late afternoon sunlight filters softly through the wide windows, spilling across the kitchen table where your family has gathered. The warmth of the light mingles with the aroma of freshly brewed tea and the faint scent of flowers from the garden outside. The soft clinking of ceramic cups punctuates the gentle laughter of your children as they settle around the table, each one brimming with curiosity and warmth. You sit down, lifting your own teacup and inhaling deeply. The calm of the moment wraps around you like a familiar blanket. "This," you say softly, "is the best part of my day." Your youngest daughter leans forward, eyes wide and bright. "Tell us a story, Dad," she urges, resting her chin on her small hands, elbows propped on the table. Her brother nods in agreement, and even your eldest daughter smiles expectantly, waiting for your words. You set your cup down gently, your eyes sweeping across the faces around the table. "A simple one," you say, "about love." The room seems to pause, drawn into the soft cadence of your voice. "Once," you begin, "there was a family that shared ordinary moments. Tea together in the afternoon, walks through the garden, laughter at small jokes. At first glance, nothing remarkable happened. But in those ordinary moments lived extraordinary feelings. Every smile, every glance, every shared story became a thread that bound them together." Your daughter tilts her head, curiosity sparkling. "So the little things are the big things?" "Yes," you reply quietly, a soft smile on your lips. The little gestures, the gentle touch of a hand, the kindness of listening, the laughter shared over something silly. These are the things that endure. Achievements and recognition fade, but love and attention remain. Your wife leans back slightly in her chair, the corners of her eyes softening as she gazes at you. "And your work?" she asks gently, her voice warm. "Does it feel like this sometimes?" You glance at her, nodding slowly. "Sometimes," you reply, a quiet acknowledgement threading through your voice. Work can have the same feeling when it's done with care. Every product, every design, every detail is meant to serve people, to make life better, to connect. But it's different from this. This is immediate, tangible, and it fills the heart directly. Work is meaningful because it enhances life, but it's not life itself. She smiles, her hand brushing lightly over yours. "I know you care deeply about what you create. I just want to make sure you remember to be here too. With us." "I am," you say softly, letting the warmth of her words settle around you. "Every day I pause to be here, to share tea, to listen, to watch you all laugh. It's grounding. It reminds me why the work matters at all. Without these moments, the achievements, the devices, the accolades, they would feel empty." Your daughter leans forward again, curiosity bright in her eyes. "So work is like love, but in a different way?" You smile. "Yes. Work done with care is a way to express intention and thoughtfulness. It can create joy, connection, and simplicity. But it's not the same as the joy we share right now. That is immediate, tangible, and irreplaceable. Work becomes meaningful only when it serves life, not when it replaces it." Your son tilts his head, studying you with quiet intensity. Does that mean the little things at work matter too? Yes, you reply, nodding. Every detail matters. Every decision, every line of code, every design choice. It's all part of creating an experience. The care you put in is felt by the people who use it, even if they don't notice consciously. Work and life are connected, but this, you gesture to the table, to the laughter, to the tea. This is the foundation. Everything else flows from it. Your wife pours another cup of tea, the steam curling like a gentle ribbon. I'm glad you know that, because I want you to feel this calm, even when the work is intense. I want you to remember that you're creating here too, not just there. You take a slow sip, letting the warmth anchor you. I do, you say softly. These moments remind me why I create, why I strive, why I care. They give meaning to the work and life to the work's purpose. The children giggle, and your eldest asks, Dad, do you notice everything at work too? Yes, you reply, a small smile tugging at your lips. Attention to detail is the same. At work, it's about creating clarity, simplicity, and delight for others. At home, it's about creating warmth, love, and connection. In both, you notice what matters, and you let go of what distracts. Your wife leans forward, a gentle curiosity in her tone. And do you think you'll ever stop noticing, even when it's small? No, you answer calmly. I will never stop noticing. The small things carry the weight of everything. A smile, a laugh, a sip of tea. These are all pieces of life's fabric. The same way a subtle design choice can transform a product, these moments transform the heart. They are the foundation on which everything else rests. A comfortable silence settles over the room as you sip your tea, watching your children's expressions, feeling the warmth of the late afternoon light, the quiet hum of life outside, birds chirping softly, leaves rustling in the breeze, blends with the gentle rhythm of family presence. You continue softly. Every gesture counts. The way someone listens, the way someone smiles, the care in preparation or thought, it all matters. At work, at home, in the world. It is these invisible threads that connect people, that make life meaningful. Your daughter leans closer. So the little moments are the biggest moments? Yes, you whisper, lifting your teacup in a quiet toast. Exactly. Little things, noticed and cherished, create the life you want. They make love tangible. They make work purposeful. They make presence meaningful. Your wife reaches across the table, squeezing your hand lightly. I like knowing you understand that you see this, even when the world outside is noisy. I do, you say, warmth filling your voice. And it reminds me that everything, every product, every creation, every decision is ultimately about people, connection, and attention. Life is the measure of all things. Work is only meaningful when it serves life, when it enhances what we already have here. The laughter, the stories, the tea, the warmth, they are the metrics that matter. Your son smiles, and your daughter leans back, content. Dad, she whispers softly, I think this is the best story ever. You smile quietly, letting the calm settle over you like a familiar rhythm. It's only a story because it's real. Every day, every moment, every gesture. This is the story we live. As the evening deepens, the children begin to retreat to their rooms, sleepy and content. You rise, standing by the window looking out at the garden bathed in fading sunlight. The breeze carries the faint scent of flowers, the whisper of leaves, and the gentle promise of night. Your wife places a soft hand on your arm. Steve, she murmurs, thank you for being here. Even for a little while you're fully present. I am, you reply, a quiet certainty threading your voice. Every day, every moment I pause to be here, to notice, to love. It is the most important work I do. You sit back, lifting your teacup for a final sip. The room is quiet now, the children asleep, the home filled with warmth and calm. You reflect on the day, the work, the creations, and most importantly, the family gathered at the table. Presence, attention, love. These are the creations that endure. And now to the viewer, you say with gentle certainty, you are Steve Jobs. Every choice, every moment, every interaction reflects clarity, care, and presence. Excellence is not only in devices, products, or achievements. It is in the attention you give, the love you share, and the moments you shape. Calm, deliberate, and intentional, you move through life creating meaning. You are Steve Jobs. You take the final sip of tea, feeling the warmth anchor you in the present. Outside, stars begin to appear in the night sky. You are calm, content, and focused. Every action, every word, every presence matters. You are Steve Jobs. The rain begins softly at first, almost a whisper against the glass. You are seated by the window, a warm cup of tea cradled between your hands, the steam curling upward in gentle spirals. Outside, the world is muted. Streets glisten with water, leaves drip slowly, and puddles ripple with every falling drop. Each sound is deliberate, intimate, and steady, like the cadence of a quiet symphony performed just for you. You take a slow sip of your tea, feeling the warmth spread through your chest. The aroma of chamomile and honey blends with the faint scent of wet earth, forming a comforting cocoon around you. The rain taps against the glass in an irregular rhythm, sometimes gentle, sometimes sharp, and you close your eyes, letting the sounds wash over you. The world is quiet tonight, you whisper softly, almost to yourself. Your voice seems to merge with the rain, becoming part of the rhythm. Outside, the sky is a deep gray, clouds heavy and low, yet there is a serenity in their weight, a calm promise that the storm, though relentless, is temporary. Your mind drifts. You think of the days spent rushing through meetings, the constant hum of emails, calls, and deadlines. Everything seems far away now. Here, seated in the soft glow of your study, the world has slowed. Every drop, every ripple, every gentle splash on the window pane reminds you to pause, to breathe, to notice. The tea warms your hands, and you take another sip, letting your fingers linger on the ceramic cup. The warmth anchors you to the moment. Outside, trees sway under the weight of the rain, their leaves glistening like polished emeralds. The sound is soothing, almost hypnotic. You imagine the water traveling through the earth, nourishing roots unseen, bringing life quietly, methodically. A smile touches your lips as you realize the lesson. Greatness is often quiet, consistent, unseen, yet profoundly transformative. A gentle breeze nudges the window slightly ajar. The cool scent of wet leaves mingles with the warm tea. You take a deep breath, feeling the contrast, the balance of warmth and coolness, stillness and motion. In this moment, you are fully present. You notice the fine droplets clinging to the window frame, the soft patterns formed by the rain, the distant hum of water flowing through gutters and downspouts. Everything is alive, every sound a story, every drop a small miracle. your mind wanders to your work. You think of the devices, the products, the countless hours spent perfecting every detail. Each design, each interface, each product is like this rain. Deliberate, consistent, creating impact quietly yet powerfully. The brilliance of work, like the rain, is often in the subtlety. A user may not notice every thought, every decision, every calibration, but they feel it. Every interaction, every tap, every gesture resonates, much like the rain's persistent rhythm against the window. The rain intensifies slightly, tapping faster, a soft patter now filling the room with movement. You sip your tea again, eyes half closed, letting the sound fill your awareness. There is no rush, no distraction, only the rain, the warmth, and the quiet. Outside, the world is reflected in the wet streets, the shimmer of distant streetlights, the muted colors of passing cars, the blurred outlines of trees. Everything seems softer, calmer, and yet more vivid. You lean back in your chair, feeling the wooden frame beneath you, the soft cushion supporting your spine. You close your eyes fully, allowing the sensation of stillness to deepen. The rain has become a lullaby, gentle and unhurried. You recall moments from your past, long nights in the office, early mornings testing prototypes, discussions about design, simplicity, and perfection. Each memory surfaces softly, as if the rain is washing away distractions and leaving only the essence of experience. You whisper again, "This is how it should feel." Calm, deliberate, intentional. The words seem to settle in the room like a quiet mantra. Every sound, the teacup clinking, the rain tapping, the occasional distant rumble of thunder, blends into a composition that is both meditative and purposeful. The thought occurs to you, much like rain, the most profound influence is often invisible. Water nourishes life without fanfare. It shapes landscapes with persistence, not force. Similarly, the work you do, the devices you design, the principles you follow, they shape experiences quietly but powerfully. Users may not notice the meticulous calibration of every screen, the balance of every curve, the subtlety of every gesture, but they feel it. They experience calm confidence, fluidity, and clarity. They notice perfection only when it falters, just as the forest feels the absence of rain when the soil dries and the leaves crack. You sip the last of your tea, savoring the warmth as your fingers trace the rim of the cup. The rain softens again, now more gentle, as though pausing to allow reflection. You watch droplets merge and slide down the glass, converging into rivulets that dance slowly toward the edges. Patterns form, dissipate, and reform, each unique, unpredictable, yet part of a larger harmony. You smile softly. Design, life, work, they are much the same. Patterns of intention, repeated with care, observed with patience, creating meaning quietly. A distant bird calls, a faint sound almost lost in the rainfall. You listen, letting it accentuate the rhythm, the texture, and the depth of the moment. In the silence between sounds, you feel a presence, a clarity, a grounding. The day's worries, the pressures of work, the relentless expectations, they exist outside this space now. Here, there is only perception, reflection, and connection. You rise slowly from the chair, feeling the wood creak slightly under your weight. The rain has softened further, a gentle drizzle now tapping lightly against the glass. You walk toward the window, pressing your palm lightly against the cool surface. The droplets cling briefly, then fall. You watch them, noticing their path, their convergence, the small collisions and mergers. It occurs to you that each action, however small, has an effect, ripples outward. Even minor gestures, careful decisions and subtle refinements at work or in life create far-reaching consequences. You close your eyes, letting the calm wash over you. The teacup sits on the table, now empty, yet it feels full. The warmth lingering, the memory present. You feel the world settle around you. Each drop, each sound, each pause is a gentle reminder that clarity, simplicity, and attention to detail are the paths to excellence. That presence, awareness, and calm observation shape every interaction. A soft thunder rolls in the distance, low and rumbling, grounding the space in a sense of reality, of gravity, of permanence. You inhale slowly, lungs filling with the cool, clean scent of rain-soaked air. Your mind is quiet, receptive, attentive. Here, in the stillness of the storm, ideas take shape not through noise or force, but through patient observation and gentle refinement. You think about the people who will hold your products, interact with your work, experience your vision. You imagine the feeling in their hands, the intuition in their gestures, the seamless flow between thought and action. Like the rain, your work must be persistent yet unobtrusive, subtle yet deeply impactful. The brilliance lies in anticipation, in quiet perfection, in calm execution. You take one last glance outside, noticing the softened horizon, the blurred outlines of the city, the reflective surfaces catching diffused light. You hear the softest drizzle now, a rhythm that encourages introspection. You feel the warmth of your home, the quiet presence of your surroundings, the calm certainty that comes from being fully present in a moment, in a space, in life itself. And to the viewer, you now speak softly, deliberately, with clarity and calm. You are Steve Jobs. Every detail matters. Every gesture counts. Every moment of presence, every choice, every careful observation shapes experience. Excellence is invisible until it falters. Impact is subtle until it resonates. You are deliberate. You are mindful. You are present. You are Steve Jobs. You sit back down, allowing your awareness to expand, letting the sounds of the rain continue their gentle symphony. The world is quiet, yet alive. You are calm, focused, intentional. The rain, the tea, the moment, they are one. Every decision, every interaction, every creation carries this same quiet precision, this same mindful care. You are Steve Jobs. Outside, the rain continues to fall, each drop a soft reminder that clarity, simplicity, and calm are forces that shape the world gently but profoundly. And within you, the awareness of this truth settles like a warm light. Patience, observation, and care. These are your tools, your guides, your legacy. You are present. You are deliberate. You are Steve Jobs. The room is quiet, almost reverent. Shadows stretch across the walls, long and soft as night settles in. The sheets under you feel cool, smooth, and welcoming, like a gentle embrace that invites you to rest. Outside, the world murmurs quietly. A distant car engine, the faint rustle of leaves, the occasional whisper of wind brushing against the trees. Each sound is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet grounding, connecting you to a world that continues while you pause. You sink into the mattress, your body heavy and light at once, and close your eyes. A slow, deliberate breath fills your lungs. Inhale, exhale, one heartbeat, one pulse, one awareness at a time. You feel the day's energy leave your muscles, your mind, your shoulders. You let your thoughts drift backward to the beginning, to the early days when everything felt uncertain, fragile, and unformed. You remember the moments when every step forward required courage you were not sure you possessed. The memory comes in fragments. A college dorm, a garage filled with clutter, circuits, wires, and the faint smell of solder. Nights spent arguing and laughing with Woz, long hours spent on prototypes that teetered between failure and possibility. You recall the unease, the uncertainty, the quiet whisper of doubt that followed you through every project. And yet even then, the faint glimmers of hope persisted. A line of code that worked, a design that felt elegant, a vision that seemed almost tangible. You remember thinking, this is nothing, but it can become everything. Those early days were filled with fear. Fear of failure, fear of being misunderstood, fear of disappointing those who believed in you. Investors, colleagues, friends, they could not always see what you saw. But you saw it. You saw the potential hidden in raw materials, the poetry in machinery, the story waiting to be told in pixels and circuitry. Every setback felt like a wall, but you found ways to navigate, to climb, to move forward. Even failures became lessons, and lessons became tools, and tools became creation. You feel the tension of those early years still as a gentle weight in your chest, not uncomfortable now, but a reminder of how far you have come. The nights of doubt, the sleepless hours of invention, the conversations that seemed endless but were necessary. All of it forms a tapestry, complex, rich, and undeniably yours. You think of the first Apple computer, the spark of seeing an idea become tangible, a physical object that could change lives. The thrill of those small victories, of moments when an idea clicked into place, lingers like a warm memory. Success comes next in your thoughts. The first Macintosh, a product that carried your insistence on clarity, elegance, and simplicity. The joy of seeing someone use what you created, even briefly, and noticing the subtle perfection of design and function. Pixar follows. The enchantment of storytelling through animation. The joy of creating worlds and characters that move hearts. You reflect on launches, presentations, moments of recognition. Yet pride is not the feeling that fills you now. It is the quiet satisfaction of knowing that ideas, vision, and dedication can shape the world. And you think of the people behind the scenes, the ones whose names rarely appear but whose efforts make every success possible. The engineers, designers, artists, and thinkers who poured their time, energy, and skill into creation. Every prototype tested, every line of code debugged, every discussion about color, curvature, weight, and feel contributed to the seamless experiences you sought. You remember late nights debating, refining, rejecting, adjusting, moments of tension that ultimately created harmony. You smile softly at the thought of teamwork, collaboration, and shared purpose. Even as you reflect on achievements, your mind lingers on life beyond work. The laughter of children, the soft smile of a partner, quiet evenings of reading or contemplation. The subtle joy of moments not captured in headlines, not documented in history, but deeply felt and profoundly grounding. Those experiences anchor you, reminding you that while ambition drives creation, love, care, and presence sustain it. You feel gratitude for these simple yet vital threads woven through your existence. Thoughts of mortality arise naturally. You acknowledge the impermanence of everything. The products, the accolades, the innovations, they are ephemeral, destined to be surpassed, to evolve, to belong to others in ways you cannot control. Yet this realization brings not fear, but peace. You have done what you could. You have created, guided, loved, and endured. You have shaped experiences that will outlive you, and you have touched lives through thought, design, and intention. Breathing slows. Each inhale fills you with calm. Each exhale releases tension and doubt. You feel the weight of responsibility soften, replaced by a quiet understanding. Your work, your life, your impact has been meaningful. You envision the future you will not see, the ideas you planted that will continue to grow, the designs and principles that others will carry forward. You feel a deep sense of continuity, as though life and creation are rivers flowing together, and you have contributed your own currents to the whole. Memories of teaching and mentoring drift in. You remember guiding others, not always with patience, but always with vision. You recall conversations with teams, challenging them to see beyond the obvious, to seek clarity in every decision. You think of the subtle guidance, the insistence on detail, the gentle, unwavering push toward excellence. And now, lying here, you feel pride not in yourself, but in the seeds planted, in the growth that will continue without you. Your thoughts shift to the challenges that shaped you. Health struggles, setbacks, moments when the weight of expectation threatened to crush ambition. You acknowledge the pain, the fear, the loss, but you also see the strength these experiences forged. Resilience, insight, empathy, and clarity. Hardship is no longer a shadow. It is a teacher, a sculptor shaping the contours of your life. You feel gratitude for the trials as well as the triumphs. The night deepens. You reflect on simplicity, clarity, and minimalism, the principles that have guided creation, not in flashy gestures but in subtle, deliberate choices. Every design, every product, every interface crafted to be invisible yet profound. You think of the joy users feel when the machine disappears, when function and form blend seamlessly. You let these reflections merge with the stillness of the room, the quiet rhythm of breath, the steady beat of your heart. Your mind drifts over the small victories, the subtle details that mattered. The curvature of a corner, the weight distribution of a device, the feel of a button under a fingertip. These moments, seemingly insignificant, define experience. They represent care, attention, and intentionality. And in this quiet, you feel the joy of creation, the satisfaction of understanding that every choice matters, every decision shapes perception. Every refinement brings clarity. You think of the countless people who will never know your name, who will never see the designs you perfected, who will never hear the stories you tell silently through your work. And yet their experience is enriched because of the thought, care, and subtle perfection embedded in every product. This thought brings calm, a deep sense of purpose and connection. You understand that creation is not always celebrated, but it resonates nonetheless. Time feels suspended. You drift gently through memories, reflections, hopes, and quiet joy. Your mind softens further, no longer grasping at the past, no longer anticipating the future. There is only presence, only breath, only calm. You feel yourself dissolving into rest, into quiet awareness, into the rhythm of life itself. You reflect on love, not the grand gestures, but the quiet consistency, the gentle presence that sustains and nourishes, the warmth of shared meals, the laughter of children, the quiet support of those who understand your purpose without words. Even as the world outside continues, these moments are yours to cherish, anchors in the stream of existence. Your breathing becomes deeper, slower, synchronized with the natural cadence of the night. You feel the pull of sleep, soft, inevitable, welcome. You allow yourself to drift further, acknowledging everything: struggles, triumphs, relationships, work, creation. With gratitude, acceptance, and calm, you feel whole, complete, ready to surrender to rest. As sleep envelops you, your last conscious thought is a gentle affirmation. All of this, the effort, the imagination, the creation, the love, belongs to you. Every step you have taken, every challenge you have faced, every idea you have brought into the world has shaped you and the world around you. The calm, deliberate life you led has been meaningful, profound, and resonant. And finally, in the silence, in the softness, in the deep embrace of night, you rest with clarity, certainty, and peace. You are Steve Jobs. Every memory, every achievement, every lesson, every heartbeat belongs to you. You are the quiet force behind innovation, the unseen hand guiding creation, the presence that shaped experiences, touched lives, and inspired countless minds. You are the sum of every idea that dared to exist, every moment of courage, every pursuit of perfection. You are Steve Jobs. Calm, deliberate, thoughtful, visionary. You are the one who believed simplicity could change the world, who trusted intuition over convention, who made elegance tangible and technology humane. You are Steve Jobs. And in this rest, this stillness, this deep, quiet moment, you are complete, at peace with the past, present, and the possibilities yet to come. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Calm Celebrity so you won't miss our next immersive experience. Like this video if it brought you calm or inspiration. Share it with friends or anyone who loves learning about the extraordinary lives of people who changed the world. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us, which celebrity's life should we explore next? Your suggestions help shape our calm, reflective journeys into the worlds of those who inspire us.